Spirit has been on my ass about hanging out with you guys this week. It's last night was wash day, so I went ahead and retwisted. It doesn't seem like it, but my curl pattern really has changed in adulthood. And so my locks just unravel and then re-ravel and lock up in some places and don't in others, but hello. Hi. And we're back. I have a little FaceTime play date with one of my besties. Because I said I was going to go out there to see them. They're only 2 hours away, but then I had to think about driving 2 hours away, and I was just I can't do it. I can't do it. So we're here now. Hi. I haven't used this deck in a while. Rainbow Moon Tarot. Sorry. Flipping you the bird. Rainbow Moon Tarot. So I'm going to start with that, and we'll just see what Spirit has to say. Divine has me out here being really honest with you guys. I really have not... Oh, this one. The Lovers again? We're still talking about romance. And it's gay. Didn't we have the Lovers already? I've been getting the Lovers lately. The Lovers and... yeah. I keep saying the Lovers, but romance. Romance. Love. That one flipped over, so I'm gonna honor it. Ooh, 10 of Daggers. You going through it? Going through it, boo? The Lovers and the 10 of Daggers is wild. Pink hair could be significant. Green hair could be significant. Interracial relationships could be significant. Definitely LGBTQ plus community. My loves and my lights. Definitely significant. I was just talking online with a couple of girls about having a Judgment in reverse. Having a sapphic commune. And I'm let's fucking go! So, Divine Feminine energy, 4 of Wands. Judgment in reverse, huh? I'm needing to look something up. The number 4 could be significant. So you're experiencing some self-doubt, harsh inner criticism. So you have 2 major and 2 minor arcana. And we've been wand and sword heavy lately too. If I'm speaking to the same group of people, I'm so sorry that you've been feeling these feelings. Let me put you where you need to go, though. For some reason, I feel like I'm going to save the place of this, and then we're going to... yeah. We'll go from there. You need to take a minute. So while I'm looking for these things, I would like to advise you to take a minute. I'm sensing you need to relax. Relax. You are... I heard... What was I listening to? I have my mirror over here to check myself. I was hearing 455 as I say this. 4s and 5s. I was hearing somebody said something about like your own inner criticism, um, like beating to the punch. And I've said this before to people too. This is how I used to treat myself, is that I knew that the judgment was coming. I could just fucking smell it on a person when someone was being fucking judgmental. And so instead of allowing them the satisfaction of being the first to criticize me, I would just go ahead and say the thing that, like, felt like the elephant in the room, felt like the thing that somebody was going to say about me, and I would beat them to the punch. We have the Lovers first, duality. And again, we've been sitting in this duality space. Listen, I'm a two-spirit Taino person. Yes, my husband has texted. He is safe and sound, and he will message me. Duality and big choices. The Lovers are about duality in relationship. That does not necessarily mean a romantic relationship, rather the relationship between any two entities. This is often an indication of a big choice. Both sides have value and need to be weighed carefully. When this card pops up in a relationship reading, it's calling for a well-balanced partnership, not a lusty romance. This is something we're talking about forever here. Or like a version of forever. Like something that lasts a long time. We're talking legacy. And the Judgment in reverse, this could lead to missed opportunities, stagnation, self-criticism, closed-mindedness, self-doubt. In the past, you used to behave a certain way. I feel like the Judgment in reverse, because I'm going to read the upright position of the Judgment card. Self-work and bias, it's calling for you to review yourself, to contemplate your biases and work on releasing things that are keeping you from becoming your higher self. Look at what is holding you back. Any pettiness or judgment you're holding for others, likely just self-doubt play at work. Work on yourself, forgive yourself, and move up. You'll only achieve the best possible version of yourself if you acknowledge all sides of who you are. So you're needing to acknowledge your duality here. We have the Four of Wands, celebration, events. Take a moment to appreciate yourself and your work. So this is, again, a new tarot deck, different tarot deck, same reading. We need to be on top of our shit. Hooray, it's time to celebrate. This self-judgment is what keeps putting you in your own loop of fucked up missed opportunities. So you need to be celebrating. You're hitting a big milestone. It's time to take a minute to lift your nose from the grindstone and bask in everything you've accomplished. This can be a celebration of any kind. Work, personal, relationship, family. Just know that it's time to party. Yeah, Four of Wands here has you in a situation where you should be excited, but then you have the Ten of Daggers, rock bottom. Take a moment to mourn and learn from this, rest, and then move forward. So you're supposed to be celebrating and experiencing joy in a time of grief. We've all heard the famous last words, well, it can't get any worse. Then everything immediately does get worse. Don't worry. This really is rock bottom. So whatever is happening, whatever this Judgment in reverse energy is, because like both the upright position and the reverse definition here, because I felt like I needed to look up what just a general Google self of a Judgment in reverse in tarot means, and it's actually, it says it suggests you maybe ignoring a calling or resisting necessary transformative change, opting to stay in a comfortable but unfulfilling situation. Yeah, like you need to mourn your old self is what I'm hearing. On the bright side, you can only go up from here. Take a moment to grow from this. How did you get here? What could you have done differently? Take a rest. Then I literally said take a minute, take a rest, take a beat. But also, like, that can be a form of celebration. Like, I've been an advocate of rest being, I feel like I just ate. Okay, I have not had any energy drinks or any caffeine. So like my heart rate in my chest. The fuck's going on? Take a moment and grow from this. How did you get here? What could you have done differently? Take a rest, then get back up and brush off the dirt. If you're not dead, it's time to move. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. These little like depresso naps is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a depresso nap. And the divine is saying, like, actually, you need to be celebrating your home. Like, the things that you've manifested is what I'm seeing, like, growth. Yo, I feel like I need to tell you this. And I'll even post the video. I Snapchat my bestie all the time. And then what I'll do is I'll download the videos, and then I'll send them to other people who I know aren't gonna look at my fucking snaps. Certain people that I love very much and very dearly, these people will not look at my fucking snaps. And it's not just one person. It's like literally my fucking spouses will not look at my Snapchat. They're all like, they're so funny with that. So I send it directly to them. I'm like, look, I want you to see this. And so I straight up, I got one of those bags of little pearl potatoes. I think that's what they're called. And just sidebar, what I like to do with my potatoes, not that anybody asked, because I'm still feeling like really intense and I need to like take a minute from these cards. Eyes could be significant, seraphim energy could be significant. There were like 2 or 3 seraphim angels in the reading before, in like the 2 respective readings before this, so eyeballs everywhere. Oh my gosh. Rainbows, glittery, intense energy. I'm feeling like party energy. Like, this is how I feel whenever I walk into a like room full of people that are all excited. So I got one of those bags of potatoes, and they're usually about this big, like a sack, like one of those like small sacks of potatoes with the little potatoes in them. And what I like to do with them, because I feel like maybe you could do this for yourself, I usually don't even, confirmation burp, usually I don't even bother with like cutting them, but I'll wash them up. If some of them are just like bigger than like bite size, because sometimes they come like a little bit too big for like bite size. So if they're a little bit bigger, I'll I'll wash all of the potatoes, I'll cut the bigger ones in half, but I'll usually leave them intact. And I'll toss them in like some like water with like some salt, like I do with my pasta, and I'll just boil those potatoes, and then I will drain them, and I will toss them with like an olive oil, maybe some rosemary and thyme, a little bit more salt and some pepper. Yep, salt, pepper, rosemary, thyme, maybe some garlic powder if I want to do a little razzle dazzle, but just something simple. Like, I don't do a lot with those potatoes, and my guy, like they're hydrated by the water. Hydration is another thing. Water energy is coming up like crazy. It kind of like makes the potatoes like pop almost, like when you eat them, like especially the ones that aren't like, I mean, even the ones that I do cut, like, they're just something about it is, like, poppy and, like, flavorful. It's simple but savory. And I like to do that with, like, I'll do, like, a cucumber salad on the side, and maybe, like, a piece of chicken or some beef or something like that. And that's, like, I don't remember what the hell I was making. But I had this one little potato that I got in that pack. And this is like a month and a half ago. I want to say, whatever it was, I just know it was a long ass time ago. I haven't had like potatoes like that in a minute, and now I kind of feel like I want some. But I left one of them aside because it was green. It was still like, it had a little bit of green in it. I'm like looking at this potato, but I boiled all the potatoes. I ate all the potatoes. There's one potato I left on the side next to this like avocado pit, and I saw that it was growing like little, like, you know, like potatoes will grow little like stems and roots and stuff with no, like, for no reason. So I left it on the side there, and it had the little like nubs on the top. So I was like, ah, fuck it. Like, I have these spider plants. I have like 2 different spider plants that I got for my anniversary present, 15/15 on the clock. I got, you know, I've been trying to like grow clippings because like about a year and a half ago I got some like Mexican petunia clippings, and they're still like out there thriving, but I had just, you know, done the clippings. I'd gotten them to root, and so I was like, it's time for me to get some like honeysuckle clippings and some like, you know, whatever clippings I could find. I'm just over here trying to be like fucking Snow White, I guess, and I'm just like picking up like clippings of things and trying to see what I can propagate and germinate and all this stuff. And so I see this potato, and I'm just like, I had some extra dirt that I grabbed from outside, and I threw the potato in there, like, I want to say last weekend, and then today I'm like, you know, going through, about to water everything, and I see two little sprouts just right on the side of the pot too. They're not growing up from the center where I put the potato. They're like off to the side, and I was like, I didn't even notice them. 16:16 on the clock. I'm like, I didn't even notice you guys until just now today. Like, how long have you guys, like, for the last week, have just been silently growing by themselves? I'm doing the things, I'm watering them and spraying the tops of my plants and everything, just trying to make sure that I grow something. And the damn potato was I don't think I thought, and I know potatoes grow easy, like, I know that, but something significant about it is, like, I think that you're used to the failure, is what I'm hearing. I'm pulling from the top of this deck. 8 of Crystals. Crystals are pentacles in this book. You're used to the failure. You're used to the pride in a life well fought for, learning a new trade or skill. You've chosen a path you want to pursue. It's time to master your new skill. Work hard to learn the ins and outs of your trade or craft. Take the time to really learn everything there is to offer. Don't give up when things get tough. This is a skill worth learning. Take on a mentor or a guide to help you navigate and take pride in everything you learn. This 8 of Crystals and this 4 of Wands are together. Like, you're growing things. You are growing things. Like, look at your home. This is you inside your home right here. And this is you, like, you built this. All of this growth here, all of this creativity and this growth comes from the same place. But you are walking around, like, doing a lot for no fucking reason. See, eyes are significant. The divine sees you doing too much for no reason, and you've got a lot of things pulling at you. You see all these hands? Got a lot of I know you have a lot of shit pulling at you. Like, this right here, I'm not saying, like, all these hands probably caused all those daggers, like, all those hands, and you probably fought a lot of battles that you had to fucking lose to get to the place where you are right now. Alright? I hear you. I hear you. And maybe that's what you needed to come here today to hear, is that you are being heard. You are heard. Alright? So, like, yeah. I see that. I hear you. I see you. You see that? I'm looking right at you. I see you. All this bullshit around here, all these hands grabbing at you, wanting from you, you know, fucking stabbing you in the back, you trying to fight all this shit off, and some of them hands is fucking you probably, like, shit. Like, you're fucking yourself over with all that shitty ass doubt, but you're listening to all of the shit that people have said, will say about you, anticipation, like, all this. In the midst of all this can be really confusing. I get that, but you were destined for this. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what the divine has for you. That's what the divine has for you. And And, like, you need to hear that. Huh. And, like, I know it feels a little manipulative, but we're going to talk to your inner child because it just kind of seems like you need to be spoken to. So, inner child oracle, little Benny Blue. Little Benny Blue and his cute ass face. I think, let's see, it was 1616 really stood out for me for you. We do angel number looking up stuff, okay? 1616 angel number, powerful message of positive transformation, encouraging you to take control of your life to create lasting peace, happiness, and prosperity. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's not right. They looked at me wrong. Mindset to attract favorable changes in your life, particularly regarding home, family, finances. Eight of Crystals, Pentacles means money and material. Wands is the physical world, I believe. So, I mean, you're used to hardship, and you're just kind of sitting in it. Creativity and passion, element of fire. There's a lot of fire going on here. But let's get into Benny Blue. Let's talk to our inner child and see what our inner child has to say about all this. That's a lot, actually. That's too many cards falling out. The Gift of Giving came out. 46. I don't know, that's... Christmas could be significant. You might have a birthday in December. Or a winter birthday, like a holiday style birthday. And seasons of change, yeah. So we're in like a 28, 2s and 4s. Been hearing that. Let's see. It opened up to the Celebrate card. The Gift of Giving. Benny has a big heart. He gives what he can to others and only keeps what he needs. Biscuits he bakes are handed out to his friends and teachers, and he always volunteers at the Elder Burrow on weekends. Benny knows that it's important to give what he can and trusts that every little bit helps. The gifts of your generous heart are always valued and appreciated. So, like, all this right here, I'm including the Lovers, like all of this stuff we're talking about here. These are gifts that you were given, and you are supposed to be like manifesting and harvesting more of this to continue this work. And the self-judgment, the self-criticism, like, yeah, you're gonna deal with shit, yeah, that sucks, yeah, you're gonna get treated like shit, but like, that's honestly the worst of it, is that people are gonna talk shit and grab at you, and what makes it worse for you is you not honoring your generous heart. Alright, though you may have been struggling to allocate time or resources to charitable efforts lately, trust in your giving nature to balance the scales. 100 tiny acts of kindness add up over time, and you have been a beacon of compassion for many years. And I feel like you're definitely doubting your abilities with this Judgment and 10 of Daggers. Like, you're doing too much. The Divine said you're doing way too fucking much. This card asks you to continue gracefully and graciously doing the best you can with what you have. Let go of any notion that it may not be enough. So no more feeling like you're not enough. No more of that. Share what gifts you have regardless of their so-called worth. No more feeling worthless. Your offerings will evolve and expand as your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. What the fuck did I say? What the fuck did I say? Your baby self was like, I'm already generous. This is already me. Oftentimes, I guess my theory sometimes is that your child self and your highest self or your favorite self are like very, very similar. Stop. Take a moment to be deeply grateful for all that you have. Know that in time the universe will grace you with more. Gratitude paves a direct path to abundance. By allowing yourself to receive, your capacity to give expands. Gratitude. Being grateful. Being grateful for all of these things, as opposed to sitting there preparing and wallowing. I mean, there's 3 cards and then these 2, and this is really just like you being told, like, scrape yourself off the floor. You got to. Affirmation. Repeat the following affirmation 3 times or until you feel ready to give and receive. And it says, I am deeply thankful for everything I have. The universe blesses me with all that I need to give to others. You know, part of the gratitude piece here is that, you know, in this maintaining a positive mindset, you know, favorable changes in your life, particularly regarding home, family, and finances. It says also it encourages balancing your material goals with spiritual growth, urging you to trust that your needs are being met by the universe, the gift of giving. This idea, I am deeply thankful for everything I have. The universe blesses me with all that I need to give to others. You are in a place of receiving all of these beautiful things, and all of these beautiful things do help other people. My guy, you don't know if the little potato plant that you decide to grow today, you know, sprouts in a week, gets bigger over time. Now all of a sudden you have a fuck ton of potatoes. Now you can eat. Now you can bless others that don't have the ability to eat off of their own land and their own making, just because you have faith and a little bit of fuck it and let's find out. A little bit of faith and fuck around and find out. Because when you're gracious with the divine, when you're feeling grateful at the divine's like, I think of John Leguizamo, say please and thank you, that way you get more. And it's not why we do it. I don't ever want to be the person to say, like, be grateful so that you can get more. It's just flipped right over to Seasons of Change, number 28. Autumn is Benny's favorite time of year. The leaves turn brown and the world becomes a playground. Each pile of leaves is a castle to explore. Every fresh fall lays a crinkling carpet of foliage leading to another adventure. Buried in leaves, Benny gives himself permission to play. He knows when spring comes, the hard work of harvest begins again. That's right. So we're in springtime now. This is a timeless reading. You know, if this resonates with you at whatever time that it happens, right now, as I'm recording, it is spring. You are in a phase, though, in the autumn-winter space. That's why I said something about December. Maybe you were born in December. As the seasons change, we too experience change. Like autumn leaves shed their leaves, you may feel the call to shed what no longer serves you, or to hoard your resources close like a squirrel collecting acorns for the winter. Don't be holding on to these daggers as you pull them out. Toss that in the water, actually. You see that water back there? I want you to take all these swords out of your back and toss that shit in the water and let the divine deal with it. Whatever change you feel called to make, take this card as confirmation that it is time to listen to your intuition, become more in touch with the rhythms of your body and soul, 100%. The rhythms with your body and soul. I'm led to hold up the Lover's card. This is the rhythm of your body and soul. This is the union that attracts. You are attracting this through the rhythm of your body and soul. This creativity, this abundance here, the rhythm of your body and soul. This home that you're building with all this prosperous growth energy, the rhythm of your body and soul. Human beings are not made for stasis. Though we may get stuck in ruts or feel beholden to routines, most of us crave a degree of stimulation and spontaneity in our lives. Usually these instincts are triggered by forces outside of ourselves, an intuition that works in concert with nature and the universe to guide us toward what best serves us during each season of our lives. Embrace this change of season and let the forces at work, internal and external, flow in harmonious concord. If we always felt and remained the same, we wouldn't evolve, expand, or grow. Notice what wants to fall away and make room for new and exciting things to come. To facilitate this process, create a ritual to celebrate and honor your season of change. This can be a wonderful way to communicate to your body that change is imminent and welcome. So you need to celebrate and do a ritual, apparently. I'm hearing heavily, like, there are celebration styles and ritual styles that you can do, and nobody's asking you to, like, do some, like, no one's asking you to, like, move mountains or anything like that. Just you know how to connect, to read, connect. The other day I was like, go sit outside, go put your butt on the ground. Here's an option, though. In a low-lit space, assemble an altar of meaningful objects, crystals, or focus items associated with your new direction. If you feel a particular connection with the current or coming season, that is spring, summer, autumn, or winter, you may wish to use the aesthetic as a guide. Light a candle or some incense, meditate in front of the altar for as long as feels good, and open yourself to the season of change. Yeah. This is an idea, like I said, right now we are in the current season of spring to summer, season of change. Like, you may have, like, an affinity toward autumn and winter, so if you are wanting to do that, like, find a Christmas tree ornament, like your favorite Christmas tree ornament, find, if you're into the fall and spoopy season, like, get yourself your favorite, like, little mug, some candles, some orange or black candles, but repeat the following affirmation 3 times or until you feel ready for a change of pace. And it says here, like the natural rhythm of the seasons, I flow into change with ease and grace. I am one with life. You are one with life. Something that I'm being led to share with you is that your commitment to the judgment of yourself echoes out to others and vice versa. Whatever you cultivate within yourself, you are going to eventually disperse out. And then once that comes out, that shit comes right back to you. So if you are being super, super mean and judgmental to yourself because you feel like, I don't actually really know why you would do that. The back of the cards also have things on them. I am blessed and grateful for my generous heart. If you're not saying these kinds of things over yourself and remembering who you are, I flow into change with ease and grace, you're just feeding yourself more things to come back at you. Like I said, some of these hands are you. And the way that you talk to yourself. And the way that you, like, forget yourself. And so, I guess, Memento Mori is just one of those things we're going to end the reading with it. Memento Mori is just the concept of what it is we're going to be focusing on for here going forward, And thank you, Divine, for clarifying this for us and for reminding us that we matter so much. Count your blessings. What the fuck? Can't make this up. Baby self. Can't make this up. Count your blessings. So that's okay. This happens at the bottom of the deck. We are grains of sand. Ode to the Lover's card. So yeah, time to be nicer to yourself. Time to get better at seeing yourself for who you really are and not seeing yourself from the lens of what might seem easiest to stomach at any given moment. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.